Hello everyone, my name is Brian and welcome back to another Smite commentary. This time around it is mod of the day. I think this one was that you get a random guard, 100k gold in Conquest starting at level 1. Something I do want to recommend getting if you're in this game mode. At least get one additional health item when you start off the game. Because at level 1 you will get one shot by everything if you do not get any health items. There's definitely a recommendation to get at least one health item. I picked the ethereal staff. Maybe a better pickup would have been the warlock sash. You can keep that the entire game. And you can stack it up pretty easily in this game mode because your clear is just nuts. You will clear everything. You will one-shot everything. Also the reason why I have the build I have. Rod of Tahuti, Spear of Desolation, Soul Reaver, Book of Thought and Penetration Boots. Just insane amount of damage. It has not an awful lot of penetration. But I don't think you really need it in this game mode. You have 20 pen on the Spear of Desolation and I think 10 flat pen on the Shoes of the Magi. Not entirely sure, I think it's 10 or 15. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's 10. But as you can see, 935 magical power with the additional potions. Always get those potions, you have so much gold. The game needs to continue for about 50 minutes if you want to get something else. Hobwa Blink will be down, I let my team know. I didn't know he picked it up, but I know it now. The Soul Reaver as well, there's a minute cooldown, can be interesting, but because I picked up that health item, I was able to survive that burst from the Hobwa, able to get away safely. Something that's very important in this game mode is getting farm early on, clearing the buffs as fast as possible, clearing the minion waves as fast as possible, getting yourself up to level 5 is very important. Some people just fight from the start, don't get as much experience as they should have, and are behind at that point because they can't get an awful lot of experience anymore. So if you can clear the buffs, if you can clear the Gold Fury, that's also a good thing because it does provide you with somewhat of experience. So it's definitely something you should get. At this point everyone is missing. Anubis went back to base. I let them know, but Bologna is taking it rough time because he blames me already for not calling it in time. You're pushed up, you don't have a ward at your side. Always try to get your side warded if you want to make sure you don't get ganked. Especially in this game mode, one gank will guarantee a death almost instantly. Especially with the fact that everyone is fully built. Especially in this game mode, everyone likes to get an awful lot of power. And as you can see, I use my speed, hitting so much, the Anubis has no chance in hell. At this point I'm just trying to push up the waves. There are 2 left, there's not an awful lot I can do about it. I can rotate, but I had one in mid lane as well. So at this point I'm more like just pushing up the mid wave. I could rotate, but in time when she died and I rotate, she dies. They are already gone. Or they are with 2 and I die as well. So the Saket went to help. It's level 2, gets killed by the Isis as well. So I don't feel like rotating at all. I could have gotten the mid tower if I did a bit more damage. Another blink used by the Bois as well as the Soul Reaver. Those are down again. Can be important, but I'm quite low. I am trying to go and rotate. If I have good ultimate, I can still burst someone down pretty quickly. My water cannon is enough damage. I was probably one of the best gods to have in this game mode if you go for the burst potential. He has so much damage in all of his abilities, even at level 1 of the abilities ranks. With all the power you have, the scaling on his abilities are just nuts. So that's very easy to get. Those skills. If someone doesn't get any health items at level 1, you can one-shot them with a water sprout, especially with the Soul Reaver providing that additional damage when necessary. I'm not sure what Anubis is thinking. I'm one-shotting him. I have the ward. Double ult. We both immune to the damage from each other. Interesting interaction indeed. Missed my water sprout, bit unfortunate, otherwise I could have just walked towards him, do that last bit of damage with my water cannon. Their ward is down now, so they don't know. Well, they can just look. We are here. Not an awful lot. We have. It comes down to who water sprouts the others first, and when you're walking towards someone, he has a better chance at water sprouting you than the other way around. Just because he gets closer to you, and while he's getting closer, you won't be able to cast it. So he has an edge if you walk towards them. So it's kind of a mind game. And though again, Anubis getting one shot by the water sprout. I kind of feel bad for him, but also not really, because he should have just gotten some additional health or something. Like I said, additional health item at the start. When you're level 20, it's not too much of an issue, because you won't get one shot that you have over 2k health at that point. But in this game mode, you definitely need it. Ices, a lot of damage, and get bursted by a lot of damage. I think she's full damage build, then you can one shot by everything, as you probably noticed. I'm telling her to get a defense item. Humble blinked on me. There wasn't a lot I could have done if he used as an ability. If he used the water sprout, he would have been able to stop me from backing. But if Saket gets a bulwark, she definitely will survive any of the one-shot potential of the guards. Only Anubis with stun ult combo can really kill her at that point. She will have a lot of time to evade them. Especially as Saket with 2 escapes. You have a good time to get away, I think. Buff. And it's gone. Did you see a buff? I didn't see a buff. There were no buffs to be seen. Poor Rom getting gamed up by 5. Well, by 4, man. Not an awful lot I could have done. If he was in the air a bit longer, maybe I could have just provided some peel. But that was not the case. I just saw a bulwark procced on the Bracken. He has some good amount of defense. I can't burst him down quickly with 2 abilities. Not even with 3, I assume. But still, I probably am able to kill him rather quickly. And Mercury crit. One-shotting the Saket. Saket really needs to be a bit careful for this, because she is behind. She's level 6 only. Actually, the enemy team isn't farming too much as well. The highest on their team is level 8, and that's the Bois. While on our team we have a 2 level 9s and a level 10 Bologna. So we are in experience ahead by quite a lot. And again, a Gold Fury picked up for the XP. You don't need it for the gold. The gold is pretty much worthless. Getting the gold for this Habois is also not really useful, but the experience you get will help you out a lot more. Getting additional levels on your abilities, getting additional health when you level up is just a lot better than the fact that you, for the fact that you get more gold. I mean, I've almost 77k gold. At that point, it doesn't really matter at all to get gold. Experience is a lot more important. We could try and get this Phoenix. We can't really tank it too much because we are quite low level. We do a good amount of damage. Nice Hobble ultimate. I wanted to use my ultimate here. Whoa, that burst was quick. I'm not sure what hit me with all those abilities. I think there was a Soul Reaver proc in it. At least I was erased rather quickly. And that's a bit unfortunate. If I used my ultimate, I could have damaged Cabraca and would have finished off the Habois. Wasn't able to get it off in time. There's a little charge up time on it. Sometimes you get bursted down in it. Or get CC'd. That's a bit unfortunate. Lona a bit mad. I'm not sure why. You should just ward up a bit if you're afraid of a gank. She doesn't have any wards. We have only 2 wards on the map. Those aren't my wards, but I have picked up 2 wards to ward the jungle. It's always great to ward up the jungle. You have almost 100k gold in the pocket. Why not get a cheap ward? You will get the gold. You don't need the gold for anything else. So everything you clear will provide you enough gold to just buy wards. You have absolutely no reason to not buy wards and place them. It will provide you a lot of vision. It will provide you intel on what their enemy is doing, where they are at, and what you can do to gang them perhaps. Let's see, can I pick up someone? And I miss everything. But as you can see, a lot of damage. Nice water sprout. That's probably the most deadly combination for Habois. Just water sprouting and ulting. There's nothing you can do once you're in the air. There's absolutely nothing you can do to prevent it. Unless you have a Capri on your team, I think he will be able to save you. I'm not even sure if he can target you while you're in the air. But still, probably your only opportunity. Or a well-placed wall from a teammate that can just block off the Habois. I've seen it happen a few times and it's really fun. But when it happens to you, it really sucks. At this point, I'm just muting the Bologna. She has nothing useful to say. She's only complaining the entire game because there are no rotations, because someone is feeding, blah 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 blah. It's not important. If you have something important to tell, then I won't be muting you. But at this point, there's absolutely no reason for me to not mute her. But at this point, I do have a good amount of kills. I'm level 11, so keeping up in the department, but Habois has catched up very nicely. He's level 12 already, as well as the Anubis, so they have been a bit better at the farming game. At the before I died, I was rotating a bit more, not clearing as much, but still trying to get those stacks up. I actually am fully stacked at this point. Book of Thought, not the most important stack. I don't have my ult up, otherwise I would have ulted over all 3 of them, but it was down, and I'm getting chased by the Kraken. My ult on 0-second cooldown, but the Mercury ultimate secures the kill on me. It's rather rough. They have a lot of damage. Both teams have a lot of burst potential. I think their team has it a little bit more than our team. Saket is more of a combination god. You need to use your 2, your 1 to really burst them down, and of course you still have your ultimate. The 2 hunters need to rely on crit if they want to burst someone quickly, especially if you look at Habois or Isis or Anubis, actually Mercury as well. All 4 of them really have a huge burst potential. Habois able to 1 or 2 shot people. Isis Spirit Ball, definitely something you need to be careful for because it hurts a lot. Anubis, well, don't get me started on him, he does so much damage, and if Mercury crits you in the face, it will even be more of a pain. So that can be very difficult to deal with. Saket is definitely having a hard time. I can kind of understand. You need to get your 2 on the enemy and burst them with your 1 if you want to be able to kill them before they kill you. And even though you have an escape, I don't think it's too safe against the type of CCs they have. You can get grabbed by the Mercury, wrapped up by the Anubis, stunned or silenced by the Isis. Up 1 knock up and you're pretty much screwed. If you get CC'd and you don't have beats up, you will die almost instantly. Even with beats, I am, very squishy. Saket getting, nice Aegis from the Habois, but Saket is able to pick up the kill after an auto. If I didn't do enough damage, Habois might have been able to do enough damage to finish Saket off, but luckily enough, I was also there. And we picked up the Isis quite easily, 2 shots. I didn't see... that was a bad one. When you use your 1 and you want to use your ultimate, there's a longer delay than when you use your 3 and your ultimate, or when you use your ultimate immediately. And it has to do with the fact that there's a little drop off when you use an ability to allow you to use the next one. And on your 1, your water cannon, there's the longest delay. So I should have used my ult to deal enough damage and finish the Anubis off with my 1. Because I used my 1, I wasn't able to use my ult in time and I died as well as the Bologna. Bit unfortunate, a bit of a misplay. I haven't played Habois in a long time, to be honest. It was a god I played a lot, but at this point I think he's too much of a risk in almost every single game. You need to get really close to the enemy to deal damage. As well as you don't really have a good escape ability. You have your ultimate that deals a lot of damage, but it's only a very short leap if you want to use short dash if you want to use it to get away. Your carpet also not very reliable. It just provides a bit of movement speed, not a whole lot to get away very quickly. Once it's leveled up to the max, then it will deal a huge amount of damage. That's something I got to admit. And, well, at this point Anubis is just screwed. Waiting a bit for the Aegis to wear off, using my water cannon, instantly killing him. Preventing the Isis from hitting me with her Spirit Ball, missing every single ability after that. But my team is able to pick up the kill because I just can't aim. The ult was well timed though. Otherwise I would have been hit by the Spirit Ball guaranteed. I could have Aegis'd it of course, or used my beats, but it was an awful lot of damage. I don't have any magical defense. I won't get it. It kind of deters my damage a lot. Not too much though, because I do have a lot of power items, but I just like to go for those risky builds. That absolutely makes no sense, because you can be very safe with just one magical defense item. But it also has to do with the fact that if they have an awful lot of magical penetration, then the defense won't do anything additional for you, so there's no real point. So what's our plan? Just push up the lanes, farm up a bit again. Since we're not level 20 yet, farming is still very important. I keep a ward at that point. It's a nice cross section to see someone coming. I will ward this jungle as well. Probably trying to rotate for my team. Spirit Ball missing by a long shot. One shot remained on the ISIS, but I'm not going for it. I want to help my team, but they're erased. And I'm from behind. Nice stun. Let's see, can I hit the Water Sprout? Yes, I'm able to hit that Water Sprout. Let's see, can we finish up the Merc? He is ignoring me. He didn't pay attention and he paid the price. He was too focused on getting the Saket. I should not have done that. Oh my god, that was such a mistake. Oh, damn. The Water Sprout brought the Kraken towards me. He was able to stun me almost immediately. And the Isis just followed up on it. I used my Aegis to prevent most of the damage, but the Wind Gust and the Kraken Tremble was enough to finish me off quite easily. So at this point, 11 to 5, 3 assists. I don't have an awful lot of assists, but I don't think they even have a lot of chance to get an assist, because I basically two-shot most of them. So still, right side pushed up by a lot. We don't have the best... Well, we actually do have good Phoenix kill potential. The only problem being is that we need to get close to it to actually attack it. And with those mages on the front line with their huge amount of damage, it's rather difficult for our hunters to get close. I don't have an awful lot of damage on the Phoenixes, especially on my own or without a minion wave. And since the waves are pretty much pushed up to the middle on every single side, it's kind of difficult to get to the Phoenix quickly. And since it's so early in the conquest match, the respawn timers are quite short, so it can be very difficult for them to do anything about it. My team elected to go for the Fire Giant. They actually stole the Fire Giant. Beautiful stun though. We are able to pick up the Habois immediately. That's very important, because he's probably the one that benefits the most out of the gods from the Fire Giant buff. Couldn't really help. The Bellona was too busy dealing with the Kraken. Kinda wanted to go for this Anubis. I still have my ultimate. Beautiful kill from the Saket, very low. Probably a lucky crit. But I definitely want to get this Anubis. I am able to hit that one. Still need to be a bit careful. Oh, and he raced. Killing the Isis almost instantly. Very close. I need one auto attack to die. One ability from my side will kill off the Anubis. We both elect not to go for it. It's a bit too risky. I think he could have gone for it, because I couldn't have finished him off without going too close, and I was slowed by his grasping hands, so he probably should have gone for it. I don't mind at all. I'm happy to go back off from that one. If I had my Water Sprout, I would have gone for the kill anyway, so. But since it was on cooldown, that was not the case. We are actually behind in kills. That's quite interesting. In gold as well, but gold's not really important at this point. But the gold kind of represents the experience as well. So they do have a bit more experience than our team, I think. That's also, well, it's about, I think actually we're ahead. If I look at the levels, Isis is only level 12. Dodging the wall ultimate, sweet. Nice rep from the Anubis. Beats an Aegis immediately. We're not getting damaged by anything, but nice Mercury 3 with Isis. Is able to almost instantly kill me. Didn't have my ultimate up, didn't have my beats and my other actives. I used that for the Anubis, otherwise he would have been able to kill me instantly. And my ultimate was down. But at this point, Rama is going for that Phoenix. Might be able to get it. Doesn't look like he's able to. Very close though, it's a bit unfortunate, but there's not an awful lot I could have done. I don't think he would be able to get it before he would have died, so it was probably a bit too risky. Luckily enough, they don't elect to chase the Rom, so he will be able to get away safely. I hope, at least. I'm not sure if they will rotate. Doesn't look like, and he's backing at this point, so he will be able to get home safely. So, nice Nice try. He has damaged the Phoenix a good amount. Ooh, that's rough. The Saket was quite low, wanted to chase the Mercury for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it did end up killing her because the one from Merc critted and the Malice Stick, the damage over time, finished her off. She did get a defense item, not the defense item I meant when I said her getting a defense item. It's probably better to get a defense item with some additional health. She went for the, what's it called, Mantle of Discord. It's not a bad item, I agree with that, but it's still a bit risky. And as you can see, Mercury doesn't have an awful lot of chance. He used his 3. He is very fast though, and there's an there's an Anubis behind me. But thanks to my cat, she let me know. I was able to turn around using my ult instantly, killing off the Anubis. And before he was able to gank or kill me. So, nice one from the Saket. Allowed me to pick up that kill rather easily. Without dying myself because of a gank. So still, she is paying attention. I think she was dead, and that was why she could look behind me. So she was looking with me while at her death screen. But we still have to see. I'll go back, try to defend with Saket. Server's actually going offline in 20 minutes. Bit unfortunate, but this game won't last as long. We do need to try and get those squishy mages. Double water sprout, erasing them. And a nice Scourge from the Bellona is able to pick up that kill. I do need to be a bit careful. Even though it is a Kobraken with quite tanky build, he is still able to kill me if I'm not too careful. Because of the fact that you can buy items at any stage. Mercury is up, so I'm electing to go back to the base. And that's just for the fact that Mercury, if he has his ultimate up, he can come from such a long distance that he might have been able to pick me up almost instantly. When that ult connects, when it connects, I'm pretty much screwed. And I don't want that to happen. Again, there are only 4 wards on the map. I think I had the 2 on the right side. I'm not entirely sure. I do have wards with me now, so we'll see. When I place a ward, you can only have 3 wards, so... no, it does look like I forgot to buy enough wards. Mercury tried to steal Fire Giant, actually got pretty close. He actually had a shot at getting it. Luckily enough, he was not able to get it in time. We were able to burst him down and get the Fire Giant at the same time. At this time, we can just group up. We don't have the best engage. We only have the Bellona to really tank anything. She is keeping busy the Isis. Beautiful. Oh, man. That one blinked in front of me while I was doing my 1. I did hit him, but he was able to watch Sprout and ult me. Like I said, that combination has nothing you can do about it. I probably should have just beast or Aegis when he was close to me after I used my 1. But I wasn't doing that in time, so that's pretty fortunate. Rama picking up mid Phoenix though in the meantime. Only Isis left to defend. If they can manage to kill her off, they might be able to finish this game off. Because there are long respawn timers on Habwa as well as Anubis. And Kobraken as well. Mercury is up. Are they able to kill off Mercury? Maybe, no, yes, no, yes! They are able to pick up the Mercury. And at this point, all the minions are pushed up. He has like 8 seconds before anyone gets up, so this pretty much is over. This game is over. We have won. It was a pretty difficult one. Actually, if you look at the kills, we're dead even, 47 to 47. Both teams had a lot of burst. I think the enemy had a bit more burst because the mages are a bit more potent at bursting someone quickly. The hunters need to rely on their crits if they want to burst someone quickly. And they are, while they are auto-attacking, quite vulnerable for any of the enemy's abilities. As you can see, a lot of damage from me, but as well as the enemies, a lot of damage overall. I went for a high damage build, very risky build as well. It kind of worked out. A few times I got picked up by the enemy Habwa, but still I think it worked out great for us. I didn't like to get any cooldown. I don't feel like cooldown is the best thing to go for as a Habwa. And that's just for the fact that you have so much burst with every single ability, and they don't even have such a long cooldown. Your 1 only has 3 seconds cooldown, and your 3 only has 8 seconds cooldown. So it's not an awful lot to wait for. Definitely very powerful guard. With this build, you burst them quickly. At the start, you saw me one-shotting Anubis easily, and still able to two-shot him at the later stages of the game. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this mod of the day, and as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.